again, we getting ready. We getting ready for the rollout to the world. So he wanted to make sure he put on that great performance for the fans. We great, trust me. Y'all want y'all guy to come out and put on that show for y'all. Trust me, because I'm looking for that fight where we had back in the days when y'all said, yo, that was an epic fight right there, and that's what we looking for.
I don't know how much confidence that Jake Paul have in all this.
Great mouth for years now, saying I need to fight a real boxer.
He got to fight a actual fighter now, like a fighter.
Who was somebody you could see him fighting, like
Me.
a real you?
Well, little man, congratulations. You got your wish. Friday, November 14th, Atlanta, Georgia. Once again on the biggest platform in the world, Netflix. Gervonta Davis versus Jake Paul.
The boxing world is electrified. Gervonta Davis's coach, Calvin Ford, just fired off a savage warning to Jake Paul at a press conference that left jaws on the floor. With his trademark intensity, Ford didn't mince words about Paul's place in this sport, making it crystal clear a clash with Tank isn't just risky, it's downright dangerous. The lines are drawn between boxing's old guard and crossover stars, and this fiery exchange has fans everywhere debating respect, legacy, and whether Jake Paul is truly built for the big leagues.
My journey's crazy. That's why I said that. I said, yo, you can't write this, man. You cannot write this. My experience being gone, and all the stuff that I went through, preparing me for where I'm at today. You know, that Tank is older. He had the lessons, getting his lessons of what he got to do, take us the rest of the way. And this is his take us the rest of the way fight.
But even legends face turbulence. Recently, the iconic partnership between Davis and Ford hit a surprising bump. Ford wasn't in Tank's corner for the Lamont Roach Jr. fight. Was it drama? Not at all. Ford shrugged off speculation, explaining, "We ain't changed up anything. The training, unchanged. The bond, unbreakable."
I ain't even gonna ask you that question on camera.
What?
I'm talking about family at this point. Cause you pulled up with just somebody else. You didn't even pull up with your team you pulled up with. We ain't see Calvin.
Calvin?
Yeah.
Calvin was there.
Okay.
Calvin was there.
Okay.
I think he came a little late though. I spoke to him.
Y'all good?
Yeah.
All right, because
I just seen Calvin too. But that's another thing. Calvin is someone that he's like, when I ain't had no pops, Calvin was the person that you feel me stepped in that shoes. So no matter if he's not my coach, anything like that, he's always gonna be in my life.
And that's why I said I would have asked that question off camera because I already know. So I ain't, but you already cleared it.
Ford's role in Davis's life goes way beyond the gym. He's been Tank's mentor since childhood, guiding him from the rough streets of West Baltimore to global stardom. Ford's own comeback after a decade in prison fueled his passion for youth mentorship. He shaped Davis into a 3-division champ, sharpening his skills in the ring and shielding him from distractions outside it, especially when it comes to high-pressure relationships like the one with Floyd Mayweather.
You know, Calvin, he been with me since I was 7. I used to sleep in Coach Calvin's house. I used to sleep at his job when he was working at a seafood restaurant in Baltimore.
When I had to train Tank, when I didn't want him to get in trouble and I wanted to make sure we was together, I used to take him to work with me. And he'd chill. Everybody know him. Everybody know him at work.
Remember Calvin used to fuss at the guys that was coming up with me, and they was in the streets a lot. He was telling them, like, you can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You gotta be, like, all the way in it. Like, focus on the goal, you know, and them guys, they went left, and unfortunately, they got killed.
You weigh the odds out like that. Do you want him to go to jail or you want him to live? That's the whole idea, to come to the boxing gym.
If I ain't had the people I had around me, like the people that started with me and things like that, I probably would have been off the scene for a long time.
When it comes to Jake Paul, Ford pulls no punches. He's got zero chance. According to Ford, Tank's power, speed, and skill are on another level. Paul may have made headlines beating influencers and veterans, but stepping up to Tank, that's a whole new world of hurt.
Tank was the first one in the gym, the last one out the gym. Tank used to sit on the ring like this and watch me train him.
How old is he at this point?
He was like 7, 8.
Okay.
A lot of stuff that I was giving my son was giving it to Tank. So it was a perfect fit. The Tank was like the family, you know what I'm saying? And he used to sit at the table because I had another kid named Ramon Manning. He liked to play with them guns, you know what I'm saying? And when I lost him, I was hurt because that was my first time losing a fighter that you put so much into. Remember, I said, Tank, my money running out. And he just looked at me and said, believe in me, coach. Believe. That's what did it.
When he said that, that's...
It's still...
Damn.
I don't hear Tank as the day. I hear Tank as that little boy. Believe in me, coach. And he came in the gym one day and he said, Coach, I seen it. I said, what you seen? I had all the belts on me. He said, I'm gonna be that dude. The rest is history.
Damn. I got goosebumps, low-key. That's kind of crazy.
The shockwaves didn't stop there. UFC legend Daniel Cormier couldn't believe the matchup. Known for his unfiltered takes, DC was stunned that one of boxing's most lethal punchers would even consider fighting a YouTuber turned boxer. Paul has shocked before, but Cormier isn't convinced he's ready for Tank's firepower, fueling the never-ending debate, spectacle or sport.
I swear to God, I was on a plane coming home from Las Vegas when Luis told me Gervonta Davis is fighting Jake Paul. I said, get the bleep out of here. I said, you're a bleep liar. Jake Paul is fighting Gervonta Tank Davis. There's one problem. He fights at 135 pounds. Gervonta Davis is that much better than Jake Paul at boxing. But Gervonta Davis in his last fight weighed 133.8 pounds. And I'm not over here in the business of just crapping on Jake Paul. I am much more respectful of what he's starting to build as a professional boxer. You're fighting a guy that's better than you. He's just much smaller. But that guy, because he's better than you, what if he wins? Everything Jake Paul has done is wiped completely out. Gervonta Davis loses to Jake Paul. Obviously, it's going to hurt who Gervonta Davis is, but he lost to a guy that's going to be upwards of 70 pounds bigger than him when he steps into the boxing ring. But I will tell you this right now, without a shadow of a doubt, I will watch this. Tank Davis is 30-0-1. You want to talk about Jake Paul fighting a real boxer? That's a real boxer. You can't make this stuff up, man. It's true. They're fighting.
Still, Cormier tips his hat to Paul's hustle. I respect Jake Paul for building his name to the point that Netflix always wants to do deals with him, but he doesn't sugarcoat it. Gervonta Davis is better than him. I mean, he's so much bigger. It's actually kind of crazy. The danger? There's some danger for Jake Paul, less for Gervonta.
We were yelling so much about him fighting someone, fight somebody your size. His next opponent is, by far, he's the most credentialed guy he's ever fought. There's one problem. He fights at 135 pounds.
Then there's Stephen A. Smith, who calls the fight pure hype, driven by clout and cash, not competition. He sees it as a blow to boxing's soul, where showbiz overshadows skill. For Smith, events like this turn the ring into a circus, sidelining real fighters and real fights.
I can't buy the hype at this particular moment in time. Now, I'll give Jake Paul credit for this. At least he's in the ring with a boxer. But 57 years old is 57 years old. And 57 years old and formally walking into a UFC fight as an audience member, as a patron with a cane, it's hard to me believe a year later that you're going to be in any condition to really, really fight. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't know. And if you're Jake Paul, here's what I want to say to you. It's Mike Tyson, that's fine. It's a money fight, I get you, and you want to make money. But at some point in time, if you keep telling us that you're taking boxing seriously and you want to be recognized as a big-time boxer / fighter, you're going to have to fight somebody closer to your age, who is a contender at the very least in the sport and who lives with it every single day. Could you please get in the ring with somebody? Pretty please with sugar on top. I'm interested.
Steven, I wanted you to come on the show to tell me that you think I'm a great boxer.
I think you're a damn good boxer with a lot of potential. And I got one problem with you, and I told you this already. You are skilled. You cannot be going in the ring beating up on dudes that you know don't box. You can't have a basketball player, UFC fighters. No, they strike. They don't box. There's a difference. They're not on your level.
Mike Perry, ex-UFC enforcer now blazing through Bare Knuckle FC, has his own warning: I'm taking home Jake's head. Perry's battle-tested and hungry, and he's not buying the idea that Paul needs protection. He's coming for him gloves off.
I've been succeeding consistently, and I've been getting better every single day. Put this little twerp in his place. He's new to this game. Welcome. Welcome. You just got here. Don't worry, you're going to get what you've been asking for. You're going to get tired. You're going to be grasping for air. I made a new word, grasping. You're going to be grasping for air. But Jake is big. Tank has a lot of skill, but I don't think he's the same Tank that we saw the most incredible knockouts. We saw him, I mean, Lamont Roach performed great. They went to draw, and, you know, I just don't know. And Tank walked away. I don't know if he loves it enough to beat a guy who outweighs him by 80 to 100 pounds.
Emiliano Vargas, undefeated and the son of a legend, slams the Davis-Paul match as a disgrace. The weight gap alone, he says, makes it a farce and distracts from real, meaningful fights. Vargas, fresh off reacting to Paul's win over Chavez Jr., isn't issuing threats, but his words echo the unease rippling through boxing's hardcore fans.
I mean, look, like, he's not accepted. I mean, look, he's a YouTuber. People know that. But you gotta respect it, man. The only thing you can do is respect it. But, you know, that's it, man. You gotta respect it.
Easy work.
What do you think overall? Any of them hurt you? I just think Chavez didn't get started. That's the only thing. I mean, you can't win.
I want to be world champion. Zerto looks slow as shit tonight.
You can't win if you don't throw, you know, so it was kind of like the Ryan Garcia-Rollies thing. You know, Rollies didn't, I mean, Ryan really didn't get started, so, you know.
What do you think about how Jake looked and then fought?
Hey, you know what?
You're very tough.
If he sucked ass, he sucked ass, but he actually looks pretty good. There's people who walk into the gym, you can tell right away if they can box or not, so. He can box, he's selling out, you know, obviously this arena, and the only thing I can do is take a page out of his book and, you know, put it towards my showmanship, so.
You think he's ready for someone like top 15, top 20?
I mean, look, you know, he knows who to fight. Obviously, he's, you know, growing in his career. If he really wants to make a career, I wish him nothing but the best. But I just think that, you know, it's going to be a little longer until then.
Thank you, Emmy. Appreciate it. Oh, give us an update about you. You got a date coming up.
July 26th, Madison Square Garden. I'm ripped up. I'm ready to go. Ran with Manny Pacquiao yesterday, and you know, 15-0 on the way. Let's go, baby.
Thank you, Emmy. Appreciate it, man.
My brother, appreciate it.
So, what's your take? Does Jake Paul have even a puncher's chance against Tank Davis? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to stick around for more knockout boxing stories right here on Boxonic.